Hello everybody, and welcome back to another Bloodline video. My name is Snugs, I'll be your host, and in today's video, we're going to go over the importance of marriage. Now before we get into that, I wanted to go over two things. First, haven't been able to post anything, but I'm back and ready to go. On my first video for the My Challenge, if you haven't seen that, check that one out. I had quite a few views and some subs. I was really surprised. It was my very first video, but I had comments turned off. Well, that won't be happening again. I do apologize for that. So, moving forward with today's video, this is all about the marriage challenge. Whether it's important or not, what can we benefit from it? Does it help us out? Is it worth it? For me, when I first started the game, I wouldn't get into marriages. I wouldn't use it. I wouldn't use the Royal Hall. I wouldn't really invest in marrying. Now, I did level up my Trevelyan to Mythic. I maxed her out to get level 22 traits. With that, I did use marriages just to get traits on my main team to help them perform better. So that's where I stopped. My main team sat around 10 to 15 Vigor for all the characters, and that was about it. So, jumping back into the game after being out this week, my challenge came back around. So instead of doing the my challenge how I normally would, just to win it and be on top by a few hundred million, I decided to take a different route this time. I realized that I have a bunch of fodder because of how I do my challenges. So I wanted to try to use some of that, and actually I do have my Trevelyan maxed out. I wanted to get my male ASIN from 2 stars to 4, and then my female Limestone got up to 1 more star. Same thing for my female Davala here. She was sitting at 3 stars, so I wanted to get up to 4 stars. So did it this way. That way I would have some, get a few more stars in. I wanted to raise my power level because in Guild Conquest, I realized I'm not as near the top as I thought I was. So it's been difficult the past 2 Guild Conquests. So essentially from 15 million power, I added 4 more stars to my roster, 2 to my male ASIN, and then 1 for my Davala, and 1 for my Lionstone. So 4 stars in total, and you know what? Still had a pretty hard time. I went from 15 million team power to about 16.2 million, which wasn't a big increase. I even fully leveled my Davala, so my district's a little lower than it normally is. I do have this guy here, my male Doombringer,
and so they should.
actually reset him so I'd have enough gold to max out my Davala. With that, like I said, I barely hit over 16 million, just 1 million gain. Was a little frustrated at that. I figured I have to grind up and get some more gold before I move forward to max everyone out to see an increase in power. That wasn't really the case. So this time around, something that I haven't been doing is, where are we? Nope. Would be the marriage challenge. Look at this. Look at this. So obviously you can see that I've taken part in it this time. Normally I would do just the 50 marriages just so I'd be able to get the top prize, and then I'd move on from it. I wouldn't really bother with it, which I'm pretty sure is what's going on right here with fourth place and down. It looks like they probably have about the 50 needed, and then they stop there. What I realized as I was leveling him up is just the amount of points from Vigor you get, the amount of stats you get from Vigor. It's actually a significant difference in power. So let's go over here to the champions really quickly. I want to show you my female Davala. So at 40 Vigor, I end up with 16.4k fortitude, 104k strength, and 2.1 mil in Constitution. So before I did any of this, the Vigor, I think she was at about 15. And she had just under 600k for strength. Now she's at 885k. Okay. Her Constitution right now, it's not as much as my Lion Stone, my female Lion Stone, but my female Lion Stone is sitting at 28 mil, and my Davala is sitting at 17 mil. I think that's pretty damn good for an assassin. 114k in fortitude as well. So I ended up taking my female Davala. She was at about, let me see where my Lion Stone is. She was at 4.3 mil for her power, my female Davala. Now she's sitting at just over 5 mil. So she had a million increase in power just from marriages. Okay, just from just for participating in the marriage challenge and actually working it up. My male Aeson, who I like this character. I love the AoE damage he does. I like that he hits everyone. His shields are pretty nice. Now, before I did the marriages for him, let's see where he's at. He's going to be a little more, I believe, than my Davala because he is higher. He is 3 Vigor higher than she is. So he's sitting at 43 right now, but again, 17k fortitude, 154k strength, 2.3 in constitution, 2.3 mil constitution. So that's where we are right now for my Aeson. The thing is, he actually had the lowest stats on my entire team for some reason, even though he was always higher star level, and I would usually pump everything into him, give him all the gear, try to get his strength up. It was a challenge. His constitution was really low. It was around 8 mil, and I mean, he was a glass cannon. He is a glass cannon still. But it was around 8 mil. Hard to keep him alive, you know. Any little tap and he would just go down before I can get my heals off. But now, he's sitting at 12 mil. Still 77k fortitude, but it's a lot better than his 43k fortitude before my Vigor boost from marriages. Okay. And again, from 300k strength to 6.4k, 100k is a real difference. His actual strength now was 1.9. After the marriages, his strength, his power, excuse me, is at 3.6 million. From 1.9 to 3.6 million. So going from 16 mil, I'm at 19 mil right now for my team power. I still have a few more marriages to go. I'm going to do as much as I can with my male Aeson, because he's the only male I have on my team. A lot of my fodder are my female Trevains. You know, I haven't really used them since she's been maxed. So all my fodder is pretty much gone to him for marriages, all the females. Since I have all the other characters as females, I only put 40 into the Davala, and then I did a few into my Trevain. So hopefully she'll be able to help me do a lot more damage on the world bosses. So in short, don't be like me. If you've missed marriages, if you haven't been doing it, you need to get on that, especially for the Vigor. So whenever the marriage challenge comes around, it's a great opportunity to pump as much as you can. As many extra characters you have that are mythic into your characters to boost their Vigor level, because it is actually really important. This video is coming a bit late because, well, we still have 2 days, 16 hours left in the Vigor challenge as I'm doing this video. excuse me, in the marriage challenge while I'm doing this video. So hopefully you have time to get involved and do a bit more. You probably won't be able to do as many as I have because honestly I've neglected Vigor in the marriages since I've been playing this game in September, and I had quite a bit saved up. Not to mention the way I did my challenges, it gave me quite a bit of fodder for my female Trevelyan's. If you haven't seen that video and you're interested in winning the might challenge or ranking extremely high, you should take a look at that video. It's all done without spending money or gems essentially to win or rank in the top 10 for the might video. So take a look at that if you haven't. I'll link that in the description. In short, go ahead and take a look at your fodder, see what you have. And just to be fair, when I started this, I had about 370 rings. I'm down to 69, so I've done just over 300 marriages yesterday to get to where I am now. So it does take a bit, and the higher level you go, the more champions, the more food you're going to need to actually hit a Vigor level. So as you start getting up there, like right now, my male ASIN, it's taking me about 12 mythic fodder to hit one level. And I'm sure it's just going to keep going up from there. So it will take some time, but this is something you should definitely be focusing on. And again, if you're like me, don't miss out on this. Don't neglect this. It is an important part of the game. So keep that in mind, please. All right. Thank you for joining me on this video, everyone. If you have any comments, concerns, or feedback, I promise this time comments will be on. Please, if you're interested in any particular or specific topics for me to cover, let me know in the comments below if this was helpful or if you thought it didn't make any sense. I'll take any feedback I can get. Drop a like and subscribe for future videos. Thanks for watching, everyone. I've been Schnugs, and I'll see you in the next video.